Until Dawn. Until Dawn presents choices as trust exercises. 8 friends. Isolated lodge. Every decision affects who survives, and trusting the obvious path kills people. What makes this devastating is false causality.
I was down there.
You were?
It was horrible.
The game presents butterfly effects, small choices, large consequences. But the mechanism isn't random. It's designed to punish trust in pattern recognition. The structure here is betrayed expectation. Character seems dangerous. You avoid them. Someone else dies. A character seems safe. You trust them. They cause catastrophe.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh
It's
my
nothing.
god.
It just it bit me and bit you. What bit you? The Wendigo.
The game shows trust as vulnerability multiplier. Trusting Emily's composure gets Mike infected. Trusting Chris's judgment dooms Ashley. Trusting Josh's stability endangers everyone. The atmosphere builds around decision paralysis. Every choice is framed as protective. Save this person. Trust that plan. But protection is the mechanism of death. Because the game doesn't reward good intentions. It punishes assumption. You trust someone is telling the truth. They're hallucinating.
Leave me alone! Why are you doing this?
Why didn't you save us, Josh? Why did you want us to die?
You trust someone can handle pressure. They break. The butterfly effect isn't about chaos. It's about trust creating predictable failure points. But what if trust doesn't fail through others? What if it fails through perception itself? Man of Medan. Man of Medan presents hallucination as trust killer. 5 friends. Abandoned ship. Horrifying encounters. And none of it is real. What makes this unbearable is unreliable perception trusted absolutely.
What are you doing?
The ship contains Manchurian gold, chemical warfare agent, causes vivid hallucinations, and everyone trusts what they see. The structure here is reality collapse. You see a monster. You trust your eyes. You kill your friend. You see a threat. You trust the danger. You abandon someone who needs help. The game shows trust in perception as designed vulnerability. Characters see corpses attack. They're alive, scared friends. Characters see supernatural threats. They're hallucinating allies. Characters trust their fear response. Their fear response murders people. The atmosphere builds around epistemological failure. You cannot verify reality. You cannot trust sensory input. And the game requires split-second decisions based on information you cannot validate. The mechanism isn't external threat. It's internal certainty. Trusting you know what's real. When the system has already compromised your ability to know anything. But what if trust doesn't fail through individuals? What if it fails through group dynamics? The Quarry. The Quarry presents collective decision-making as structural weakness. 9 counselors. Last night at camp. Shared choices. And group consensus becomes execution mechanism. What makes this lethal is distributed responsibility. Multiple players control different characters. You trust your co-op partner's judgment. Their decision kills your character. The structure here is trust as dependency chain. You can play perfectly, make every correct choice for your character, but you depend on others doing the same, and dependency creates failure points. The game shows trust fragmenting under pressure. Someone trusts the hunter's advice. leads the group into danger. Someone trusts a character's immunity claim, spreads infection. Someone trusts a relationship will hold. It fractures violently. The atmosphere builds around misaligned information. Each player has partial knowledge.
There's something coming!
Two. Lost, Max. We're lost. Three.
Trusting others have complete understanding is fatal, because the game's design rewards paranoia, not cooperation. You survive by assuming others will fail, not by trusting they'll succeed. The mechanism isn't individual error. It's systemic trust creating cascading failure. But what if trust doesn't fail through perception? What if it fails through forced cooperation? The Outlast Trials presents cooperation as exposure multiplier. Cold War Asylum, MK Ultra experiments, team objectives, and helping teammates creates vulnerability. What makes this lethal is design tension between survival and assistance. You can complete objectives alone, faster, safer, but the game requires team coordination, reviving downed players, sharing resources, covering escape routes. The structure here is trust as tactical liability. You stop to heal someone. You're exposed. You share a medkit. You might need it. You wait for a teammate. You're caught. The game shows trust degrading under repetition. First trial, everyone helps. Fifth trial, people abandon. 10th trial, cooperation is calculated risk, not moral imperative. The atmosphere builds around institutional pressure. The facility wants you paranoid, rewards selfishness, punishes altruism, and the game's difficulty curve mechanizes this. Early trials allow cooperative success. Lighter trials make helping others suicidal. The mechanism isn't player cruelty, it's system design. Trust becomes mathematically inefficient.
Excellent. Bring in the other subjects.
And efficiency becomes survival. But what if trust doesn't fail through teammates? What if it fails through familiarity? Welcome to Dolltown. Welcome to Dolltown presents trust as narrative framing rather than betrayal. The town is quiet, the residents are polite, and Franken guides you through its history. What makes this dangerous is selective truth. The dolls reenact moments from the town's past, scenes involving Mio, fragments of tragedy, carefully staged memories. You trust what you're shown because nothing contradicts it. Franken doesn't lie. He explains. He contextualizes. He chooses what you see next. And that choice shapes meaning. The structure here is trust in presentation. You assume witnessing events equals understanding them. But the town controls sequence, controls emphasis, controls absence. What you see happened, but what you don't see also matters. The horror isn't deception, it's acceptance. You trust the guide because he's calm. You trust the dolls because they appear factual. And by the time you question the framing, your understanding is already built.
Is at a locker. A group of students is standing by.
The danger isn't being misled. It's realizing too late that truth was curated, not falsified. But what if trust doesn't fail through deception? What if it fails through shared blindness? Reanimal. Reanimal presents trust as physical dependency under limited visibility. Two characters, brother and sister. One shared camera. You cannot see independently. Your partner's position determines what you see, what you miss, what arrives too late. What makes this lethal is forced coordination without confirmation. You trust your partner's movement, their timing, their awareness of threats you can't see. But the camera only shows one angle, one truth at a time. The structure here is trust as spatial compromise. To solve puzzles, one player advances while the other covers. But covering requires faith that danger isn't just outside the frame.
The adventures you must be having.
The game builds tension not through betrayal, but blind reliance. You assume your partner sees what you don't. You assume they'll warn you in time, and when they don't, both of you die. The horror isn't separation, it's closeness. You stay together because survival demands it. But togetherness limits perception. Trusting your partner doesn't expose you emotionally, it exposes you physically. And once the camera hides something critical, trust becomes the reason you never saw it coming. Which is worse, trusting no one and surviving alone, or trusting someone and realizing that trust is what killed you both?